Gather round, it's Mega Podcast 2000!
Hey there, hi there. Welcome to the show's Mega Podcast 2K, the hottest pod in Atlanta, Georgia. We're coming live on Spotify, SoundCloud. We're not on SoundCloud. Apple Music.
SoundCloud? I didn't know about that
YouTube.
one.
We are now SoundCloud rappers. I'm sitting here with Dana. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful, sir. It's a beautiful day, and ATL is not raining.
Forgot to close the door.
What you guys can't see, it's actually sunny, 63. 65 out there right now. We've been going through the rain pandemic here, so it's nice to get some sun in Atlanta right now. It's a good day. It's Valentine's Day as well.
Happy Valentine's.
I'm wearing my Valentine's, as you can see. These are like a grip.
Let's go.
Over a grip.
With a blood orange shirt.
You were where we first established this pod.
I wish I would have copped.
I know. I remember. Nice. Yeah, we were. I think you were like a row behind me or something like that. If I remember.
That was a great one. He does need a tour again.
Yes, he does.
We're coming off a crazy Superbowl, Duper Bowl weekend.
Yep.
We always run these Super Bowl specials. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Anything happen outside of Super Bowl this week?
Well, I was watching ATL Scoop. It's always got something good. You see the guy that bumped into the cop as he was leaving the convenience store, like literally bumped into him.
No.
Like walks out, so the cop's walking, he's got his body cam on. And I should just go and look at the person's name, but I don't want to do it right now because we got to get to the show. But anyways, he goes to the door and he see this guy. He just literally just checks the cop. And so he's like, yo, man, like.
What the fuck?
So he like gets him over and like, yo, man, what are you doing? You see I was coming to the door. What's up, bro? Like a normal person, not even like a cop. It was just like, damn, what are you doing? Like, because if that happened to me, I'd be like, bro, you just bumped me. What's good?
If you were the cop?
And no, just a normal person. If someone because obviously you saw him and he literally just checked him like. Yeah. So the dude had a window puncher. He had a gun loaded.
Oh.
It was part of a game in Atlanta also.
Oh, okay.
So it was just like, how brave. I just thought that was
how brave.
ATL, home of the brave, how accurate
So that guy's in jail now?
What do you
100%?
100%. It's
sucks.
on ATL Scoop. That was the first thing I saw this morning on the Scoop.
Yeah.
Like on their post. So if you're not in Atlanta and you want to see interesting things, I'm not going to say cool because none of it's really cool. That was really dumb. Because I would have never done that. I'm like, hold on, man. Like, I'm going to be a smart gangster. I'm not going to entice the cop and just check him through the door when I know I have a gun. Yeah. And he had warrants.
Yeah. Well,
Judge,
that's
he got
why
warrants.
He has warrants,
And he had a window puncher. So it was like,
breaking into cars. Yeah.
I don't understand. Why would you?
Yo, at my job last night.
Oh, gosh.
Are you
talking about Buckhead?
The worst thing I've...
Because
but we don't say where.
Yeah, I'm not going to say where, but
the worst thing that's ever happened.
That's a hot spot.
A whole ass car got stolen. A Range Rover got stolen last night.
Yo.
I pulled up.
Yo, that lot is so...
Yeah. A whole Range Rover stolen.
I remember there was a time...
Don't leave your shit. I don't care where you are. Don't leave any kind of bags visible.
There was a time when we were at this place of where we used to frequent in place of work that they had literally patrol in that parking lot. Yeah. Because everybody from work had their car window either smashed. And that's how bad it.
But
the
patrol stops at 9 o'clock. It's so stupid. It stops at 9 o'clock.
I was just so thankful that never happened to me because I was at work so many times when I came out and everybody was like, yo, you saw when someone got there? And I was like,
I always feel like I always think about that. There's like an employee guardian angel. You know what I mean? Like they look out, they're like, I got y'all.
That's why I always try to hit that side parking lot over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like I got you. Like we're not going to, you putting in work. I see you. I'm not going to steal your shit.
That's why I would drive the CRV to work because it was a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
No, I just leave it right there.
My old ass car. It's
you got to.
And that's why I look homeless most of the time. It's not because I have poor choices in fashion. It's because I don't want to get robbed. That's my philosophy. You look homeless, and then if it's at night, you kind of add like a crazy tick.
You can,
and like a limp, and no one will fuck with you.
Yo, it's not that crazy out here, y'all. It is sometimes.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, who cares? Whatever. People are still gonna move here,
right? They're still gonna,
exactly.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it does not.
It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. But something that does matter, unfortunately, is the Super Bowl. One of the most watched events next to the fucking World Cup on the planet. Dana had a dog in the race. He had an eagle in the race.
Yeah.
And
a flock of
unfortunately, they didn't come up victorious.
No.
But they still made it, and I think y'all have a promising future.
I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah. I'm not going to really comment.
Okay. Thank you. I will say it was a great game. And I just wish, I just feel like football, the refs just get a little too involved as a Saints fan, and my own issues with that, especially that Rams tackle on no pass interference call that put the Rams in the Super Bowl, who were absolute trash. They actually played that Super Bowl in Atlanta against the Patriots and got spanked. I think they only scored 3 points because the Rams fucking sucked that year, and the Saints should have gone. So anyway, I just hate when the refs get involved because... And it felt like they did that against Joe Burrow at the Bengals, and it just takes me out of the game. Yeah. But anyway.
In any sport, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Basketball's worse. Yeah, they miss calls all the time.
They can. I mean, obviously they bet on the game. The refs.
Yeah.
And then so it was cool.
What we learned is Mahomes going to be the poster boy for the NFL.
Oh, he's been it, and. I really think he's gonna get the calls he wants, in his favor.
Yeah,
he's
Tom Brady.
He'll just be favored.
He's the Brady.
Or favored.
He's getting Brady calls now.
He is. Exactly. But I do think he is actually fucking good.
No,
as
much
much as
I
don't like him, that motherfucker
he's
is
good.
So talented.
He beat us with one leg.
Yes. And he was actually hurt, A guy like that to me is like, if he's hurt,
it's like
you're going to see it.
Our defense couldn't even take out a wounded person.
Yeah.
Can we go on?
Anyway,
Thanks.
Let's move on to the halftime show. Rihanna comes out amongst a sea of white hazmat suits in a red outfit, seemingly pregnant. At first, I'm like, she a little chunky. She hasn't lost her pregnancy weight yet.
Hazmat suit. Whoa, that was crazy.
That's what
Can you swipe the game real quick before you just start throwing out these bangers?
The game was like, I would say honestly, it was like we were looking like a 4 swiper.
It was going there.
It was 35,
it was
35.
going there. It was up there.
But then that kind of little thing that happened at the end just kind of was like, it really took the wind out of my sails because it just felt like. I just hate that. I hate when.
Can I get the Herm Edwards up real quick? Hello. Thank you, ref.
So I'm gonna give it a 3 swiper. I think it's gonna go down as like a Hall of Fame performance for Mahomes. Like we're gonna be hearing about this fucking performance forever now. And I think we will see this again. Maybe I think we will definitely. They will both be back. I don't know at the same time, but they will both be back.
Yeah. I wish nothing but bad luck on Pat Mahomes.
I'm gonna 3 swipe it. I don't know about that, but anyway.
When someone devastates you like that, I'm sorry, man. I'm a man of God too. Sorry. Look, when he puts a dagger through you like that, I'm sorry, man.
No, I get it.
He's an enemy from this point on. He's up there with Dallas. Everybody else that I just can't. I despise. But I'm gonna give it a.
Yeah, I was going for the Bills, the Bengals.
Yeah,
on the AFC
I'm gonna give it a 3 and a Herm. Give me a 3 and a Herm. Hello. Thank you. Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So to Riri,
Hazmat.
I gotta say, one of the coolest stages I've ever seen.
I wouldn't want to be up that high. That's for me though. I'm good.
Especially like at the end where she's like singing "Shine Bright Like a Diamond." And it's just like it was zoomed in on her, and like you could even see the stage wobbling.
Right.
It was like, damn.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you lip sync?
I was on
cue.
You know what I'm saying? Because she was lip syncing. We were agreeing on that, right?
I think she was lip syncing.
Yeah, definitely gotta be. She was definitely.
She had me fooled though.
It was a good lip syncing performance.
Yeah.
I mean, because I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. She was doing too much, and it was
to me, she was just like 2-stepping. I enjoyed it, but it did feel like it was
lackluster.
Yes, I felt like we needed a little more. I mean,
I just needed a little bit more energy. I mean, I'm not. And
but
I'm
she's
sorry,
pregnant.
and she's pregnant. She's like,
but
I'm not.
she's
She
pregnant.
can't do anything. Hell, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just whatever, you know.
I did like that she came out with "Bitch Better Have My Money."
Oh yes, that's why I
And
love
then
that. Yeah.
I was shocked. She did 2 Kanye songs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one is like a collab song. Is, "Run This Town Tonight,"
and
then All the Lights.
Yeah, All the Lights.
Yeah, I mean that's
weird.
Off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool though, but it was like, ooh, that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, because Kanye, his music lives on.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what he's up to?
Homeless.
But yeah, it was like mids. I mean, it was mids. I'll give it it's a power 2. I'll give it. It's not going down the lexicon of halftime shows. It's probably like number 15. What about you? What do you think?
I'm just gonna give it a 3. It's not getting no powers from me. It just.
So
I just would have done like 2 to 3 songs, and then nailed those.
Well, I don't know. I wish she wouldn't have done. Like, I'm not gonna no disrespect to like pregnancy and like, you know, pregnant women working, but like I just kind of wish we would have got somebody who wasn't pregnant so they could like, you know, like Bruno Mars can like dance or whatever, or like, you know what I mean. Somebody can give you the full experience because this is like one of the biggest stages on the planet. This isn't SNL, and but predictions for next year, and then we'll get off of this topic. I think you know what I was thinking, because is his name Chris Stapleton, the guy who opened? Did you see the national anthem?
Oh yeah.
I think his name's Chris Stapleton.
I won't pay attention to that.
I thought he did a good job.
I don't care.
But
I was only worried about one thing.
But
it was the W.
But I think that next year we might get like country. I think they might actually do that because I think we've just been on the R&B and Latino kick. Like I think the white people, and I'm not saying I want that, but I'm predicting.
And can we get rid of trying to remind us of old people? Get Ozzy off these commercials. Get Kiss out of these commercials.
Yeah.
What is going? Dave Grohl's. The only person that was relevant in that whole rock commercial was Gary Clark Jr.
No, Derek.
Thinking that somebody in this.
Thank you, right? Yo, Gary Clark Jr. was the only relevant rock star in that whole commercial. I was like, oh yeah, that's my boy. Get him, show him. Yeah. Ozzy, what?
Yeah.
What is he doing? Hello? That's the Herm.
Hello?
What is he doing?
Hello?
What is the Kiss guy doing?
Well,
These guys are, how old are these dudes?
The commercials were awful. I mean, they were.
That was one of the worst ones, though.
Maybe
I remember
the
that
Will
just
Ferrell
like
one was like okay.
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
So
commercials get complete one swipe for me. Them shits were.
Yeah,
they're by far the worst.
Mids.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The Super Bowl's like it was a little lackluster. The game was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lackluster all around. Outside of that, let's move on and do what we do next. Okay, we got the Big Four. This is on Netflix?
Yes, it's on Netflix.
This is a Dana watch.
This is a Dana. This is a Big Four. It came out in 2022. It's a long one. Surprisingly enough, you know, I don't watch long ones, but I don't know what made me want to watch this one for some odd reason. I think I was doing homework and I just needed something to have on. And then I just got turned on to it. Yeah. And I had to put the homework down.
You got sexually turned on? That's great.
Did I say that? Yeah.
Oh,
no. But the Big Four, it's 2 hours and 21 minutes, so it's a long one. It's an Indonesian action film. So subtitles. You got to pay attention. Sorry, guys. But it's
no
full
dubs?
No.
Oh, I'm proud.
Yeah.
You normally dub it up.
You know I dub that thing up. I dub it up. But I didn't this time. I watched it all the way through. And the violence in it. You know, I loved it because it's action violence. So the Big Four is these 4 orphans that are raised by this one guy who takes them in. And they show you that, of course. But he wants to retire for killing bad guys. Which they do is they help other orphans in this. Because orphan trade of children in the movie is a big thing. So they break up these organizations that are doing this.
Human trafficking?
Yeah.
Shit? Oh, damn.
So he wants to spend time with his daughter. So the Big Four are like, okay, he's taught him all this stuff. So something happens to the guy, gets killed, of course. So the Big Four have to move. And, you know, so it starts off like that, essentially. And the daughter is looking for the killer, which it has like one of the big four guys pulls up and is like one of those scenes where it's like walks in, he's already kind of halfway there. You know, one of those typical things. He's like, oh man, and of course, typical. The daughter walks in, doesn't see him. You know, you can see how that goes, but it's more than that, of course, because it's a 2-hour movie. So there's a lot of crime in this. So it came out in December 22, so it's just an action film. Essentially, the daughter's trying to track down the people that killed her father, and then the people that killed her father are trying to track her down. Okay. And now the big four has to get back together because they dispersed. Back together. Because after the father passes away, they're kind of like, you know, and she doesn't know. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? So they're like,
it kind of sounds like Umbrella Academy a little bit.
Kind of like similar like that, but way more violent.
Yeah.
And way violent.
Is it supernatural or is it
just action? Like nothing crazy. Yeah, good shot beautifully, choreography, scenery. Okay. The fight scenes, high quality. It's John Wick. It's got Muay Thai influence moves in there, so you know I was loving it.
Wait, real little thing on John Wick. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be over 3 hours long.
Oh man, I'm a fan of the series.
Okay, one more quick thing. Let's get back to the Big Four. Fast 10 trailer.
Oh gosh,
Jason Momoa. My guy Dana loves Fast and Furious.
I'm diehard, of course, but I'm kind of not wanting really to see this because my wife is like, she's going to hear this and be like, I'm not fascinated with Jason Momoa because it's like an exception I made up in my head. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, he's that guy, right? I mean, you know, like.
You haven't watched his rock climbing show?
You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. I'm one of those haters of him.
Oh, you don't? Me too.
Yeah. I'm a hater. I'm saying it live and proud. The ladies just love him. Oh, yeah. You know, so as much as you can deny it, just give me a hello. Hello. It is what it is, you know. So
okay, so back to the Big Four.
The Big Four.
They gotta track down.
But I'm not gonna give it all away. Okay, it's like, but the action is like John Wick on Rambo. Okay. So a lot of bodies.
Let's go.
And the scenes are like, when you see them, you're like, did that just happen? And I wasn't expecting this from an Indonesian film at that. And it's like you're not going to remember any of the actors, so I'm not going to say their name.
It's kind of like The Raid. You ever seen The Raid?
Yeah.
I've seen. I don't know if that's Indonesian. Man.
The Raid.
That's a banger.
Yeah, it has my guy in that. I've seen him in plenty of like international films that I've watched. So the way it left off, it's definitely going to be another one. The way it left off, and all of these four members have their unique traits. Like one's funny, one's a sniper. There's a female that's named Alpha. So it's gonna pull you in. It's very charismatic. It's got a lot of unique and complex things to it that you think from an Indonesian film, you're like, I wasn't expecting this, but it's actually put together very well. Okay. So it has a 97% like on Google. It has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's high.
It has a 6.1 on IMDb. So like,
that's solid.
I'm just saying, that's like,
all checks
and
out.
I was like, just like I said, I was just scrolling. You know, I do this. I put this work in.
Yes.
So I'm like squirreling, just like looking, just like, yo, let me, you know, I need to find something. But so this Big Four, like I'm saying, like if you got time during the day or even at night, you're like, yo, let me watch this at night. I want to see some good ass action. Or if you're like during the day, I'm just gonna need something to like watch. It's both in good settings on either one, and it's I'm gonna give it a power 3.
Wow, that's high.
Yeah.
Big Four. It's a power 3.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. I have to check that one out. I love me some kung fu. Shoo! I don't even know that's a correct term anymore. Moving on, another international movie. This is a horror movie. I'm kind of in my horror bag for some reason right now. It is called Piggy. I don't remember the exact translation of the other one, but it is called Piggy. This I will say, this is a subtitle movie. They have dubs, which I accidentally clicked, and they were so bad. Don't watch it dubbed. If you don't like subtitles, just you might want to. I'm
gonna have to say next.
On that, but if you're a subtitle person, I would I would stick around. Mm-hmm. So that is kind of interesting. But it's funny because I was going hard on Lizzo, and I've been feeling guilty about it all week. It's been
for real. It's been. Usually you don't care. You're heartless when it comes to that.
I always care, Dana. That's the thing about me. And
are you gonna apologize? Are you gonna take back the snitch button on her, or is she like?
No, she's a sellout.
Oh, okay.
But I do think that I was insensitive, and I apologize.
Okay.
And I will be more sensitive, especially after watching this movie, because this movie is about a girl who is overweight, and she's in Spain, and they are just, I mean, they're absolutely brutal to her. Like, you know, fatso, like all her friends are super mean. She works in a meat shop, and they kind of take it too far with the being mean to her, and I think that is kind of how Europeans probably look at people with, you know, weight issues. But what happens is there is a killer in this small town in Spain, and these girls who are bullying her, like mean girls are bullying her, they get kidnapped by this guy. I mean, there's like violent horror, and she witnesses it, but she's so conflicted about how they treated her and if they should be saved, and just like also the confidence. She also lacks a lot of confidence in making decisions, and just everybody's mean to her, and it's just kind of like a fucked up coming of age story. It's interesting, but is it good? I don't know if I would actually call it. I will rate it, but it is worth a watch. It's shot very well. It looks retro. It's shot in like full screen, so you have the black bars.
Oh yeah.
And then it kind of has like, it looks fuzzy, so it looks kind of like retro. So it's like shot really well, looks really well, really good. But the girl kind of gets like aggravating. She kind of like hyperventilates a lot. Anytime something starts happening, she just like hyperventilates for at least like 2 minutes before she like makes a decision. That kind of gets old. This apparently was based on a short that was like won awards and things like that, and then they made it into a movie. I'm gonna give this, honestly, I'm gonna give it like a power 1.
What in the world did you find this though? I'm
It's
like listening to. I'm like, I'm just like,
no, it is.
I mean, yeah.
You get on Hulu. For me, because I tend to watch horror. It pops. It like front thing. It's like that and the new Jeepers Creepers. Apparently,
I don't know why. Yeah,
but so. It is what it is. I have not, the Jeepers Creepers I'm apprehensive about, but Piggy, Power 1, it's interesting. Also, another thing is I like watching Spanish shows just because I can like try to learn a little bit, I guess. So if you are interested in like expanding your Spanish, Spanglish, this might also be up your alley.
All right.
And it's Spanish. Spanish.
It's Spanglish.
It's Spanish. So they got that lisp and all that. But check it out, Piggy. I mean, it's Power 1. You know? Wow. It is what it is.
It sounds like it is what it is.
Phew. Okay, next up we have Easy.
Yo, Easy. It's on Netflix.
It's Easy. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's an anthology series.
Okay, I love those.
You all right? I don't think I've watched too many of those. Yeah. Can you throw some out there that are like popular? So
like, let's see, Black Mirror.
Okay, I have watched that. Got it. That's one. But I thought is that his one? Is that what you call an anthology series?
An anthology series can either be like where every episode is a different story, or every every season, like True Detective, is a different story as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and they usually just have like a central kind of theme, whereas like, what is it? Black Mirror is like, you know, technology can come back to bite is nefarious. Yeah. So,
essentially, yeah. So I'm on season 1. I'm not going to rate it, of course, but it's very persuasive. It's very realistic situations. It definitely, episode 3, I'm on. Dave Franco is in there.
Okay.
Acting like James Franco. It's just kind of like that's what he's doing. I hate to say it in this, but it's not.
You're saying Dave Franco's acting like James Franco?
Maybe it's because when I see him,
he's like a pothead kind of.
Not even a pod. The episode he in, they're like a brewery brother. The episode, like you said, so each episode so far that I've watched has no relation to each other at all. So it's like you said, everything's kind of like based on something different,
right?
And then just in this episode, it was Dave Franco and the forgive my blanking out memory, but the chick from Atlanta, the black
David Beach?
Yeah, Dave.
Wait, she's in this? When did this come out?
It came out in 2016. It has 3 seasons.
What?
Yo, look at the cast list on this real quick.
Oh, so this is like before they all blew up.
So Dave Franco, Hannibal Buress.
What?
Mark Macron. Has...
I know who that is. Hannibal.
It has your girl from Last of Us, Melanie. That a lot of people are hating on her right now. The babysitter from... I don't watch that show, but everybody right now is not liking
Melanie
her.
Linsky.
Yeah. There's like... This one dude I follow is like saying she's the worst like actress on that series right now.
I
haven't even watched it. I just been seeing feedback from a lot of people. So
I wanted to talk about The Last of Us towards the end.
Okay, only reason why I was saying that because she's in this. Yeah. I haven't seen these episodes, but it's a conglomerate of all these actors that you'll see.
Yellow Jackets.
I'll turn it around so you can just see who's all in this because you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what all these people? Like you're gonna be like, damn. Just scroll down.
Jake Johnson from New Girl.
It's literally just
Mark Maron.
Everybody, all these people that I'm like I've seen in tons of different movies that I'm like, wow. So this came out in 2016. So every episode is different.
Aubrey Plaza.
It's got me sucked in like I've never been sucked in before.
Orlando Bloom.
Dude, bruh, I'm talking about, and each episode is different. So like
Emily Ratajkowski, let's go.
Look, it's a full set list of good actors and actress. Oh my gosh, you had to hit that. There's a lot of panty droppers in this. Like seriously, the first episode. I'll just even go over the first episode. It's like this couple. They're married and they have a kid, and it's in Chicago. It's based in Chicago. So I love all these series that are based in cities. Like I talked about one last time was based in New York that Lily Keith Stanfield was in. This one's based in Chicago, so it's a lot of things to do with Chicago. And this family, this hipster girl fell in love with this other hipster girl, and she's like a vegan. So she wants to like try to impress her, and so she starts to try to be vegan. And the whole time, this girl's like trying to conform herself. She's like, to just impress this girl, essentially. And it's just funny because you know people that try to do things like that try to go too fast, right? Yeah. And so the girl, girl sees her pull up, and she's like fake riding her bike, and it's like cold in Chicago, and the girl that she's interested in is like a true hipster, rides her bike, doesn't shave her underpits, all that good stuff.
I love that.
She's like sees her pull up in the cab and put the helmet on. And so she goes through the door and it's like, oh, so how was your bike ride? Yeah. And she was like, oh, it was rewarding. It was brisk, She was like, I just seen you get out the cab. Like it's one of those. So she's like,
why is she fake riding her bike?
Because she's so into her. She wants to impress her. So you know what I'm saying? So then she's like, she shows up and the girl has like an art thing. Yeah. And she showed up and she was trying to help her sell tickets. So she shows up and she's like there and she was like, I got to go. I'm not feeling good. The girl that's interested in her. She was like, I'm just not feeling good. So she went to go party with her other friends at the night because she's like conflicting with two different things. She's like, wants to be her, but she kind of likes this girl. Yeah. And she's not being herself. Long story short, the girl goes over there. She eats like 4 pepperoni pieces and throws up. And the chick's like, what are you doing? Like,
spoiler alert.
And it was just like any other vegan, though. It was awesome because she's like, I'll send you links right now that'll make you never become eat meat again. Yeah. Like any other vegan you've ever met before. It's just like, I'll show you these things. The cruelty to animals, right? Yeah. So she sends her these links. She's like, oh my gosh. And she's like eating a sandwich. And she's like, spits it out because, like, of course, the videos make her appalled, right? And of course, the videos, if you've ever seen them,
Food Inc. and all
and all this whatever. So
Tyson.
She's like, anyway, she's like. The vegan, and long story short, she throws up all the 4 pepperoni pieces in the chick's bathroom. She's like, I don't care that you eat meat. She's like, I just want you to.
Out after she throws
no,
up.
Not even. Don't even do that. Not typical. Okay, so nah. But then there was another in that same episode that was the babysitter of the couple now that was trying to have sex because they're like,
wait, I've seen this show.
Right.
Wait, I have
easy.
Wait. I have seen this. Wait a second. Yeah, I've seen
so
this
like
show.
they dress up and try to have.
I've seen this show. I've seen this show.
The whole seasons, or have you just seen what?
There's like a 3-way episode. Have you seen that?
No, how far?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm on episode 3 right now.
Oh, I've seen it. The main girl is like a tiny little girl with like kind of bug eyes. There is a story.
Oh yeah,
to it.
yeah.
There is actually a story.
Yeah.
To it.
Okay.
There's always yes.
I was really shocked by episode 3 where home dude has a girl, his ex comes through and sleeps on their new apartment, whatever, and I don't want to give it all.
Cap. Let me be honest with y'all. Let me be honest.
What is it?
I watched this with a girl like months ago.
It's fire though. So far, I'm intrigued.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But I didn't rate it because I started watching halfway through, so I didn't rate it.
Oh, okay.
But it's the girl. She was in another show.
I know what you're talking about. Her name's Kate Mucci. I can't pronounce. She's an Italian chick.
She's a little tiny girl.
Yeah, she's her right here. I just don't.
Yeah. So can you click on her? Okay, she was in Garfunkel and Oates, which is like kind of like.
I didn't watch that. So,
but it's kind of like Fly the Conchords.
Oh, I love
they
that.
Like sing comedy.
Oh, let's rank just because we're on a spur. Flight of the Conchords. That's like a Power 3 smash.
That's okay
for me.
Yeah,
it's just so high up there. That shit is so fucking funny.
For me, it's Power 4.
Oh, that shit is.
Fly the Conchords is like I don't care anybody.
That shit's
says,
goat material right there.
I mean, Taika Waititi came out of that. Like,
but back to her. So,
Murray.
All right, back to Easy Anthology. You didn't rate it, but there is a story behind this.
Okay, so
is season 1? Because of course
a story does come out. It actually
out of all of it, or just
there is like a linear story.
Okay,
actually. It gets more like
because everything right now is just
it kind of like funnels in.
Okay,
because I thought the same thing when I watched it, and then maybe the last 3 episodes get like into an actual. Because a lot of it's about that girl dating. Yeah. And she's like, doesn't know she wants to be a lesbian or straight and be in an open
But then it goes through
relationship.
everybody else's relationship. So complex. It's like, yo, this shit is crazy. They actually throw in like real.
She gets like naked in there. Like, it's kind
I
of
haven't
wild.
seen. Yeah,
like, I was like, okay, girl.
So I'm not rating it, of course, because I haven't watched it. But so far, I'm like, this is shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, why no one told me about this?
Dave
sooner?
Franco
like,
is in it. Yeah, okay. Now I'm putting it all together now. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that scene you gotta admit, right? He's like kind of like James Franco in that. It's like no weed, but it's like he's like he's just doing shit. Yeah.
I mean, they are brothers.
Yeah.
This is actually probably before he got canceled too. But yeah, okay. So check out Easy. I've actually seen half of it, but I totally forgot. It was probably like in December.
Yeah, I'm in it. That one's
All right, here you go, Cap. So the next thing up I have is another horror movie called Skinamarink. Now this movie is in theaters right now. It's kind of like one showing a day type beat. Mm-hmm. It's an IFC films.
I like IFC. That's like the original
independent film channel.
Yeah,
it was
that's the original.
yeah, that and Sundance Channel.
Yeah, those two are like the original. You feel like you want to watch some good underground classic films. You go right there.
That shit was very formative for me growing up because we had that channel at one point, and I remember watching like weird movies that I just. Back when you don't even know what a weird movie is. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like...
One of those movies I watched on there, I can't remember, but I know you're probably going to top it off your head. Is when Home Dude from They're All Dead. And it's filmed like gray shadowy, and they're all in a quest in a car.
Wrist Cutters? It's a great movie.
Oh, yeah. Right? Tell me that shit is not
I think it's called like Wrist Cutters, a love story.
Yeah.
That movie's great.
Classic.
Everything happens in threes. Oh, yeah. It's like he's like brokenhearted. Yeah.
They didn't know he killed him. We're dropping Jews on him today.
Wrist Cutters is a great movie, y'all.
Yeah.
Check
That's
that
another
out.
Power 4. That's a Power 4. That's a Power 4 right there.
Yeah, hell yeah. That movie is, I saw that on IFC. Or Sunday, one of those. But yeah. So anyway, this movie is experimental. Man, and when I say experimental, it's experimental. And they were billing this as like the scariest movie you've ever seen. Almost like Blair Witch Project.
Remember? Which wasn't at all when
you
watched it. Made me sick because the camera was just doing too much.
So the camera, like literally, you never see. It's about two children that basically the doors on the house disappear. Can't leave the house, and their dad is somewhere in the house, and their mom is somewhere in the house. But here's the thing: you never see the kids' faces the whole time. It's like, you remember on what was that show? Cow and Chicken? You ever watch Cow and Chicken?
Yeah.
Where they show the parents' legs and then it goes up and there's nothing there. Yeah, it's like that. You only see the parents, like, you don't see their head. It goes like up to their neck. And I think that the movie's supposed to be capturing what it's like to either have sleep paralysis or to be in a dream. So it's shot real, like, it's real fuzzy. It almost looks like night vision a lot. And literally, they will just point at the corner of the ceiling and just hold it. And you just hear things, that are happening. Or, like, you'll be looking at the father while something weird is happening over here. But it'll be the kid's point of view, but he doesn't turn his head. It's like he's, like, stuck. And have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Yeah, shit sucks.
Yeah. So I think that's, like, the idea. So it's like, it's more about setting the mood. There is some jump scares to it, but I mean, bro, this is experimental. It's probably about 45 minutes too long. Honestly, like, some of the shots, I was like, I don't know if I got the patience for this movie right now. Like, they just hold on like some Lego blocks. You might see like some feet like slowly walk by. You know what I mean? And the house kind of changes. You see things disappear. It's just like in a dream when you like walk into another room and you're in like a forest, and then all of a sudden there's pyramids, and it just makes sense in a dream. So it's like that. Is this the scariest movie ever? No, but I will say after, it made my house feel way creepier at night. Like it sets the mood for like making going to the bathroom in the middle of the night or getting water in the middle of the night. Like, it makes that kind of, those moments scary, but I'm going to give this, I don't know, a 1 swipe. It should have been cut down. I do think if you're like me though, and you're...
Is it a skip? Like, tell people to like...
No. Oh, okay. Well, if you're like a normie person who just ain't really for all that experimental type shit, just don't bother. Or like watch like 5 minutes of it and you'll get the whole idea for the whole fucking movie. Because a lot of times you're just like, will you just fucking move the camera? Like, you almost want to scream.
That's how I felt about Blair Witch.
Yeah, it felt like Blair Witch. But and if this would have come out during Blair Witch, they could have been like, this is real, and you would have believed, kind of like Paranormal Activity. But if you're like into experimental film, art house film, check it out. But is it fucking good? No, I don't think so. But it's got some good ideas. Okay. But it's fucking like way too long. But I don't know. You might see a trailer. It shows up on my Instagram. Scariest movie ever.
Wow.
That's cap.
That's cap. Oh god.
It's not. Next up, we have Peripheral.
Yeah, this is your girl who you already called out, Chloe. Go ahead.
Grace Moretz.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy when you see people you watch? Well, I was young and you were young, like,
and they're like,
Dakota Fanning was like, we felt like watched her grow up.
Haley
like,
Stanfield.
Yeah, it's just
she
like
was in not No Country, but True Grit.
Yeah, and she's one of them too, where it's like she was super young. Yeah, and we saw her at Hit Girl. Remember the Titans when she was the daughter of the football player. Really? Remember? No, that wasn't her. I'm sorry. That was the chick from Heroes.
Hayden Panettiere.
Yes,
that's right.
Sorry.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Right. But those two, you say, thank you. Thank you for giving me that. Yeah, I was like, they're blonde. They're both blonde.
There's also Florence Pugh, I think.
Oh, yeah.
They're like built like little blonde women.
We're not trying to put them in a box or anything, but I'm glad you see that. Where that was.
I actually realized I have something else I want to review.
Okay,
but keep going.
But this is on Amazon Prime. It's almost has the same framework as everything all at once, where
Everything
it's,
everywhere all at
some
once.
like where you can put something on and
VR. It's VR.
it's supposed to be a VR experience, but it ends up being real, essentially more real than you think it is. Yeah. So it's a video game, and at first she gets plugged into it because she's like, it's fun, and she's better than her brother at it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's pretty sick because they put it on and they're sitting back in this chair. At first, the one you just buy regular, it's just like a glass, like it almost looks like goggles.
Yeah.
They put these goggles and then it closes like, and they're like, I guess in this type of VR, right? Mm-hmm. And then they can't get past this stage, and so Chloe comes in and gets like, she's like, if you can get past the stage, I'll whatever. And she's like, all right, whatever. And she just does it like a beast. Like she just, in this game, she's a monster.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but she's just a beast. So she gets past to a stage that her brother can't get to. So the company sends her a better version of something else.
And like a beta.
Yeah. So they pay her, and her mom's blind. So she has to have medication, and they don't have.
So that's how she got to get the money.
And so all I'm going to say, like I said, I haven't finished this. It's only one season, came out last year. So it's not like, like there's like not another season. It looks good. Like the futuristic world they're in, that's supposed to be. But like,
is there stakes? Like, is there stakes? Okay.
Yeah, that's
is
the
it
thing.
Like if you die in the game, you die in real life?
No. It's
remember
like she came. Like you can get hurt in there, but she can come back out. But people can figure out who you are from there in the real world. So like right now where I'm at, they're like the dude like that took her out of the game was like, I can find you, and because she's doing something. Yeah. She thinks that was a game. She still thinks it was a game at a certain point. And the lady's like,
oh, okay.
This is. Okay. I hate to tell you, but anymore. You know what I'm saying? So she's kind of like
murdered somebody in a foreign country. Okay, got it.
She's thinking it's not like the world's so futuristic that she's in.
Yeah, she thinks
like,
it's a game.
It's like light years of what she's in.
Yeah. But
like even the one she's in is $20.99 or something crazy.
Oh, okay.
But where the role she's in is like way futuristic, like lights in the road and looks like Tron.
Yeah.
Right? So she's like, and so when she's in the game, she's like, oh my gosh. Because the original game, she couldn't like feel the air. Like this one she has on, she's like
haptic feedback.
Yeah, she's like, oh wow. It's like, she's like, no. So she still thinks it's a game, but then it gets to a certain point, and then she's like, oh. And then this guy's like trying to let her know on the outside, like he's connecting through her, like just like electronically. He's like, yo, you need to plug in. Motherfuckers are about to come get you. Because like where she got blown out of the game, it was like,
okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Crazy.
I'm interested
but,
now. So it's like, it's kind of like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Matrix.
But
I'll check it out. Okay, we got it. We got the gist.
No, bruh. There's one part when she logs in back into the game.
Chill out.
Yo.
It sounds good, though. It's a watch.
I'm about to binge it when I get out of here and get them all out the way. So when I come back to the next episode, it will be watched.
That's good, because Prime, I feel like, needs to bring it in a little more lately.
Yeah. I just came off there because I was watching. Well, I just watched two. I watched Jurassic and then watched something else. I'm watching that now. So I think I'm going to get Jack Ryan in there because I've been surfing. Netflix has been holding me down. So and then Paramount, I kind of bounced in there a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a little bit of just everything.
I'm going to probably get Peacock to watch that Natasha Lyonne new show.
Just to watch that because it does look. I mean, she had a commercial on freaking Superbowl. That's how good that show has got to be.
Exactly. It's been getting good reviews. I'm gonna check it out, and I can watch Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do something that is similar to getting Peacock. I got Apple after.
I don't know why you left.
I canceled it. For not even a month.
I don't even know why you left.
Like,
I'm like, why did he leave? Like
after two. Well, there was nothing, but now there's this show, Shrinking.
I know with Harrison Ford and him, dude.
And Jason
it just looks
Segel.
It looks too emo and funny at the same time. That's why I didn't watch it yet.
I like it.
Yeah,
I've watched the first episode.
But you don't like Mr. McCormick though. That's weird.
Who's Mr. McCormick?
It's the one with a guy from, I can never remember his name, 500 Days of Summer. I just think of that movie every time I...
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. He's a dude in Mr. McCormick. He's on Apple. It's just this teacher who's like kind of depressed or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's got this same type of like...
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, there's only certain movies that like I like him in. Looper, Inception, 500 Days of Summer.
Oh, when he was a bicyclist?
Third Rock from the Sun.
when he was riding bike, he was a messenger and shit. That was kind of cool.
Horrible.
I was kind of
Premium Rush.
Yeah,
or
I kind
something.
of like that one, man.
And he could like see like his
yeah,
paths.
yeah. I like that one. Why are you doing my guy like that? You didn't like that one?
Because you had a fixie. You were the demographic.
I mean, but
you fell for it. They were like, this guy with this fixie bike's gonna love it. It's exactly what happened, and you fell hook, line, and sinker.
You like Looper,
You're like,
which was the same thing as Jumper.
Where they got real
right?
deals.
You like Looper.
I do like.
Did you like Jumper?
I think Jumper's good.
It's the same
No, it
thing.
ain't. Looper's time travel. Jumper's like teleportation.
He can jump,
teleportation.
But still, yeah, all right, but
You're moving through the same timeline.
whatever.
Shout out to Hayden Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson.
I know that.
Jumper was fire.
But what happened to him?
Bro, I don't know. But at least he got his flowers. He came back and did the awful series. You know, he came back and did Obi-Wan. I'm sure we haven't seen the last of him.
You don't think?
No. As long as there's Star Wars, there will be Hayden Christensen getting paid. And that's a good thing.
What about the Mando commercial?
Why am I switching?
I know.
You got me so off topic, bro. I'm talking about shrinking. You got me so off topic.
Because you first of all, you left Apple.
Motherfucker.
You left Apple.
I did.
Just to fucking come back a month later.
Well, yeah. Okay, because I'm gonna
and
be
these
honest.
two shows are the same. They're literally the same. I haven't watched it, but they're literally telling the same story.
I have not seen that show.
Okay, which I haven't seen that one, so
I'm leaving it out.
Okay.
And
no, there's a lighting.
We have a lighting issue. It'll be fine. You two. Come back. Okay, hold on. Plug it back in.
But Mr. McCormick, he's
we're not talking about no Mr. McCormick. You haven't even watched it, have you?
Yeah, I watched
whatever.
3 episodes of it.
We're not reviewing that right now.
All right. But you were trying to bring Harrison Ford back, man. They're doing a new Indiana Jones. They need to put him to sleep.
It looks terrible. Wait, what?
Yeah, they need
to kill him.
Well, not in the literal sense, but he needs to be retired. Maybe I'm thinking. Indiana Jones again.
Oh, I'm not hyped for that. Okay. Let me get to shrinking. It does have Harrison Ford in it, Jason Segel, and Jessica Williams. She's in some other stuff. I don't really recognize her. Mm-hmm. That's the main cast. And yes, here we go again. Therapy once again. Mm-hmm. We already had The Patient. Mm-hmm. What else? I mean, I feel like we've had much. Everything's about therapy now, which is good, I guess. But it does feel kind of stale when it comes to the therapy aspect. But of course, the therapist needs the therapy. He loses his wife, or he lost his wife, and he's lost connection with his daughter. And he starts doing unethical things as a therapist. He starts kind of breaking rules and having opinions. You're not really supposed to have judgment on your patients and whatnot. And I'm not gonna lie, especially the pilot, it gave me the perfect dosage of feel good and then also fucked up. Mm-hmm. It's so Apple kind of has its vibe. And I haven't seen your show you're talking about, Mr. Mm-hmm. McCormick. When you say that, I just think of seasoning, and loot. Mm-hmm. And even what's his name?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It has a vibe where Apple TV shows, they're gonna look great.
Oh yeah,
their set design is gonna be top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, the cinematographer's top notch, and you can tell, you can really see it. I mean, you got fucking such a fun.
even Destiny wants you to be get the fuck out of this show.
You have Harrison Ford. You have a fucking A-lister, and I get he's old, but he's playing he's not playing Indiana Jones. He's playing a therapist. It's believable, and I'm glad to see him working. And there's good chemistry so far, and I like the patients that he deals with, and the daughter situation. I'm in, and I recommend it. I'm gonna, of course, and here's the other thing. It's 30-minute episodes, bro. So you might like this.
Okay.
Right? I think you might like this.
I'm always a fan from my guy, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I love that movie.
And I've been wondering where he's been.
It's a Power 4. I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall. It was
where's he been, though? Where's Jason Segel been?
Yeah, I don't know. My brother lives and dies by How I Met Your Mother. My brother says it's classic.
Is he watching How I Met Your Father?
No, he I don't know. I haven't asked him about that. But
Hulu always pumping that one up. Hilary Duff.
Yeah, he loves that. He says that one is a classic.
It's good. And you got your boy, what's his name? The doctor, Doogie Howser.
Oh yeah,
Neil Patrick Harris.
No, you're right. I know. I just haven't. I was just never gotten into that
and
show.
And then a bunch of other random people who barely did anything with their careers after that, which they probably don't have to because they're rich.
Yeah, that show is like Friends. Essentially.
It was like Friends for millennials.
Yeah,
it was like millennials Friends.
Seriously.
And I actually liked it as much as I hate those shows typically. But this
movie, it's called Mr. Corman.
Well, we're calling it Mr. McCormick as the episode title.
Yeah, but you already had a mess up too, so we could technically call
what was my mess up?
I can't remember.
God damn it.
We do the show. We do so much shit. But yeah, I'm fine with Mr. McCormick. That sounds really good though.
I was thinking, where's Jason Segel?
No, but yeah, you don't have to watch it. But if you take one episode, you'll be like, yeah, this is exactly
you know. And there's also The Shrink Next Door. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is fucking therapy like crazy right now.
The one on Apple with your boy Stutes, wasn't it? Is that the one where
that's just you talking about Will Ferrell?
No,
you might be out the shot, by the way.
Sorry, I just got the lean back. We just watched him. You people. He has the
Stutz.
Struts. I couldn't remember what it was. I'm just saying. It's just another
Jonah
therapy
Hill.
show. Yeah,
another therapy's in. I thought we were gonna leave it back in 2022, but I guess therapy's here to stay, y'all.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah,
anyway,
Mr. Corman is depressing though.
Out.
That's why I stopped watching.
This one's a little happy.
Okay.
But we're gonna get bad with it. We're talking bad vegan. This is like kind of a Netflix classic banger.
Yeah, it came out another doc series. It's only one season, just a couple episodes. I think it's only like 3 or 4 if I'm not mistaken. It came out in 22 this last year. Everything I watch is up to date usually. So I try to stick in like peer review articles within the next 5 to 6 years of where we're at. Okay. So I keep it there. So this chick is a successful vegan chef. So this is like dated. I hate to say this, but she goes back to like the 1990s when like vegan. She like popped it off. She had a Lucky Duck.
Remember this?
Yeah, she had a popular restaurant where like Owen Wilson, all these celebrities would pop in, and was called One Lucky Duck. It was a straight vegan. She was cutting edge on the top of everything at the time in New York, right?
Yeah. She got like involved with like an investor.
No, she got involved with a dude that told her that her dog could be immortal. She got involved with a con artist, essentially. Alec Baldwin was actually into this chick, right? And she was single.
Yeah, he would like go to the restaurant.
Yes. But Alec Baldwin met his first wife at her restaurant.
And Alec Baldwin, man, he's come a long way.
Right. And one of the Wilson brothers, the blonde-haired one, would show up at the restaurant all the time.
Wilson?
Yeah, would show up there at her restaurant. And he had a thing for her because she was this cute blonde chick that was, vegan, whatever.
And she was like the chef of the moment.
Yeah. And so in this time where she wasn't dating anybody, she met this dude whose name, I can't remember, was Shane something, but he went by another name at the time. And she figured he was a cool guy because him and Alec Baldwin would make funny jokes between each other. This is when Twitter was like, you see people talking to celebs on Twitter. You're like, yo, this person might be connected. When you're at the time of Twitter at its height, when someone important added you, you got followers. And then, and then it was easy for someone with clout to easily tweet you and go back and forth.
Alec Baldwin has tweeted me.
You see what I'm saying? So like,
I asked where he was.
So this dude was like, so this dude, she was like, oh, this dude, whatever. So I guess this dude hit her up and they both, whatever. So he essentially catfished her before Catfish got big. So they meet eventually. He sends her this picture where it's not how he looks. He shows up. He's this big 300 overweight pound dude. Yeah.
See, I didn't get that far.
Yeah. It's like, so he convinced her that
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong
with that.
But she wasn't thinking, she thought he sent her a picture of like a fit football player.
Yeah.
Like where he used to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Long story short, this dude's already he left his wife and kid and like was supposed to show up at like a thing to meet with his wife back then, left her high and dry and started dating this chick. So he's already done this once.
He's a piece of shit.
Yes. So he convinced this chick Her name's Sarma. Can never forget her name. And he convinced her to give him over like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
To the point where she had to close her business and she had to go on the run.
Wait, hold on. You getting the You're in spoiler territory.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let me not. But it gets deeper.
Yeah.
He just tells the craziest stories. There are even recorded phone conversations.
Yeah.
Of him just like getting money, just 100,000, 40,000, 150,000.
It's kind of like
100,000. Just like kept getting it.
It's kind of like the Tinder swindler.
Yeah, essentially. He just kept, and she would just give it to him.
Yeah.
He would tell her like, my brother is a secret forces, if I don't get this money, he's gonna, just crazy stories. And she would just give him the money every time.
Okay, so I find, same as a Chinese spy balloon and how China has just been like,
oh yeah, those balloons
they're just like, what are you talking about? Like, they're clearly wrong. Like,
right.
They just lie. I'm like, should I lie more? Because like this dude is like clearly manipulating. I'm not saying I want to manipulate people, but maybe I can fake it till I make it.
Millions.
Millions. And I know our podcast has billions of listeners.
Yeah.
We're just a small pod with billions and billions of listeners.
Bro, but not only did he get her, he got her mom. Too.
Yeah.
Over
the apple did not fall from the tree. The stupid tree.
Yeah, so it's called Bad, Vegan, Fame, Fraud, Fugitives.
Yeah.
So you can just take it from the name.
This is a Netflix Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's 88% on Rotten. I'm going to give it a 3 swipe. It's a 5.9 on IMDb. It's 66% on Google. So,
okay,
it 4 episodes. It's kind of crazy. You would never think anybody would ever get that
caught up.
Yeah. When you're watching it, you keep watching it and you're like, no way. Like, this is nah, she's not going to do this.
Yeah.
And then the employees, it's not even, wait till you watch that. If you watch this,
okay,
wait till you see what the employees,
yeah.
You feel bad for the employees.
Yeah. Cause they probably lost their job and who knows. Okay. We'll check it out. Bad, Vegan. It's a Netflix classic.
Yeah.
So as we were talking earlier, I forgot that there's 2 shows I watched. I'm only gonna talk about one though. But I watched this movie, Your Place or Mine, with Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon. Have you seen I've
seen the previews on Netflix for it.
Yeah, I was like, let me watch it. I haven't seen Ashton Kutcher in anything. And you were talking about the Lakeith Stanfield romantic comedy. And I was like, let me broaden my view.
That's what you got
for the viewers.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a lonely man on this Valentine's Day. Oh, yeah, that's why I'm talking about it. Because it's Valentine's Day. We're going to give you even though this is going to come out after Valentine's Day, give you a suggestion. That's probably why this came out like 4 days ago. It's Reese Witherspoon.
Who doesn't age.
Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. It also has Chloe Zhao. She was in the after party. She was the girlfriend or the girl they're trying to get. It has Steve Zahn.
I love Steve Zahn.
Without a Paddle.
Yeah.
Who knows what other movies? White
Saving
Lotus
Silverman.
Ones. Oh yeah, Saving Silverman and Tig Notaro, who's just a funny comedian, and she has a really good documentary about her battle with cancer. She's a cancer survivor. It's just called Tig. It's on, I believe, Netflix. But that's how I know her. She was also notoriously replaced Chris D'Elia in Army of the Dead digitally. They digitally put her over Chris D'Elia's
that's why I remember
body.
you saying that.
She's like the helicopter pilot. She's in it. Now, this movie, I don't know. Like, I thought it was pretty bad. It's an interesting take on a romantic comedy where the romance is between 2 friends who are like secretly in love with each other. It's very obvious.
Sounds like the Justin Timberlake and
Just Friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, except for they're in different cities. One's in like L.A. or whatever.
Sleepless in Seattle type of vibe.
What's that?
Sleepless in Seattle type of thing.
Yeah, kind of actually, except for in a sense.
Let's go. I threw it
it's
back
like
on
a modern it's like a modern Sleepless in Seattle.
Y'all know who's in that? Bet you don't know who's in it.
Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
I wasn't asking fucking you. I was asking the tubers.
Oh, my
but or possibly the grammars who are going to watch this.
Like,
but now you just fucking gave it away.
It's like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Who was in Sleepless in Seattle?
You were supposed to. Yeah. I mean, because it's a throwy.
David Duchovny,
right?
And,
I know, right? Because
Monica Bellucci.
Now that we know who it is, like Tom Hanks is a love story though. Isn't that weird?
I mean, he did his thing back in the day. Even Big has some love story.
I guess you're right.
I think the woman fucks a child in that.
Yeah, kind of does.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it is kind of like a like that because technology does play a huge role in it, which kind of gets aggravating.
You've got mail.
Yeah, it's like their FaceTiming and all that. And it's not really funny at all. It's constantly full of like these bad jokes about like modern life. The only thing is that like Ashton Kutcher still looks great and Reese Witherspoon.
He does. Yeah, I saw the preview.
Great.
I was like, damn, he looks. Yeah.
She looks really. She
doesn't age. Yeah.
So there's that, but they're like never. For like 95% of the movie, they're in different cities, which is interesting. They're kind of like dating other people or. And he's like building a relationship with her son, and it's just really cheesy. I do think though, as far as romantic comedies go, it's decent. It's a watch, but it's gonna give me. I'm gonna give it a power 2. No, my bad. No, that's it. I get power 1. Power 1. Because like something's got to give.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's probably a power 3 to 4. Jerry Maguire. Like these movies. That's probably a boom, boom, boom. Yeah. There are great ones. This just isn't. And she's done like not Legally Blonde. Oh, like Sweet Home Alabama. You know what I mean? Like she's done this before, and better. It just felt like a Netflix movie. They just always seem to be missing something.
Right.
But it looks great. Everybody is attractive. Check it out. It's just not that.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Sounds like mine was better. That story.
Yeah, it does sound like that. And then we have one last thing for the week. We got Salsa.
Yeah, real quick. Just a quick review. It's on HBO. Came out in 2019. It has 3 seasons. It's a sitcom. It's hilarious. I'm gonna just get the ratings, not mine, but it's 100% on Rotten Tomato.
Okay.
It's an 8.2
on
IMDb. I don't think we've ever mentioned something that's that high.
Yeah.
So that's how good this is.
Yeah.
So 2 friends, aspiring venture capitalists who graduate from community college. I was trying to tell you this shit is funny. And they're ready to take over the world, but must work at a rent-to-own store in Chicago, Edgewood. So it's literally like
some head ass.
It's dudes. Just funny as fuck, bro. Yeah. Okay. It's like Atlanta, but just Chicago and 2 dudes just trying to make it out and just make it in the South Side. And it has I'm not going to say this guy's name, but he was in Maverick. He's the cop that plays, I was telling you, that's just funny.
Bashir Salahuddin.
Yeah, he was in Maverick.
Diallo
he was Tom Cruise's best friend in Maverick.
Yeah.
He plays a comedy. He plays a cop. It's a comedy sitcom. Like I said, I was telling him in pre-pro, it's like Reno 911 mixed with like the Chappelle Show, where it's just like super hilarious. And the 2 brothers, as you can see, one of them owns the shop. They're twins.
Yeah.
So like, is the chemistry between them is funny because one is the boss and the other one is the one that graduated from community college with his best friend.
Yeah.
And them 2 are always trying to get into do things that are like trying to make money.
Yeah.
Like they're like, once I was just selling popcorn outside of a thing. It was just like, it's just funny. Like, and the things they do to try to make extra money. It's on HBO and they're quick 26-minute episodes, 24. So they're quick bangers. Like you can just keep going. So I'm not going to rate it now, but right now, this shit right here is funny.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Like, you need something to laugh at the end of the night and you're like, watch a bunch of serious and horror movies. You're like, I need something I need to see to laugh.
Yeah.
You're going to laugh. Like, this shit's funny. South Side. Like,
South Side.
I don't know why this isn't getting a lot more like
attention.
Yeah, because it's funny as fuck. Like, it's like they're bringing back Martin with a slash of this. I feel like I'm watching shit like that. Like that culture where it's just like based on South Side.
Yeah.
Like just like Mo or the one you were watching where it's based on Rami, where you're based in these little parts of town where culture is being made. Yeah. So.
No, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's more. Give me more.
Yeah. And then real quick, hit the button real quick. I got one more. Dana watches what Seth watches. I'm catching up. I've watched like so many films that you've watched. You can't even name what you've watched what I've watched, but old. I'm tracking him down now because I'm
M.
knocking
Night
down his
Shyamalan.
list right now. I've watched everything all at once. I've watched of all these movies he's watched so far. I've knocked him down. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Yeah.
It was just, I felt like it was just a quick one for him. Your boy, it wasn't like the concept was there. It was just.
Yeah, it's the same as Devil.
Yeah.
You know, it's always kind of the same.
Yeah.
People stuck in a situation. It always feels like somewhat claustrophobic, or you can't escape. And there's something like supernatural happening. He kind of
it was the foreshadowing was too much there. You knew stuff was about to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, you're leaving your passports. Cool. Oh, him and his kid are best friends. Like you were picking up things that were kind of like, oh, you're asking everybody what they do. It was, and then you see things that happen. It was just like, dang, it's like, if it was a little bit more time invested into the plot and story, I think this could have been bigger. Yeah, like it could have had a lot. And the third act,
it kind of, some of the things that happened towards the end, I was like, okay, come on.
Yeah,
but it was
it was just
it was mids, but that's what he does. That dude delivers that. Like,
but at least he's putting it out. Like that's what I like about him is that he's putting out work. He doesn't care. He's like. Well, he's like Griselda. They're gonna keep putting out records, you know. And I like that he just keeps going. He's like, all right, cool. Well, you know,
Knock at the Cabin's box office real quick.
Oh, okay,
I got it. Box Office Mojo. Gotta love Box Office Mojo. That is our number one box office thing. So 36 mil worldwide.
That's good for this time, honestly.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie. I mean.
And then the budget's $20 million.
Yeah, that's good.
It about made its money back if you're not counting marketing and shit. So that's what M. Night Shyamalan does. He kind of gives you like a
he's
reliable performance. Yeah.
And I like how he does things. And sometimes he's it feels like he's in multiple shots. He's a one location guy. You just makes you feel that.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything is like he makes you feel that everything's like traveling, but you're like, when you think about it, when you watch all of his movies, they're only going from maybe one place to another, but in the same area.
So old worldwide, which you're reviewing right now, 90 million, and then the budget was 18 million.
So but he's making money. Yeah. He's not, you know what I mean?
It's not a billion.
He uses good actors and actresses. He doesn't, the stories are never lame.
Because one thing you have to consider, so like this week we have Ant-Man coming out.
And it's always about age with him, I feel like. Remember Seminar? People were jumping off the cliff because there was their time to go. That wasn't
him, though.
Oh, I felt like that, but doesn't that feel like that was something he would do, though?
Well, I feel like Ari Aster, that's the guy, I believe, who did Midsommar and Hereditary. I
feel like they're almost...
He is like kind of like that guy. I mean, Jordan Peele's really like the new M. Night Shyamalan, to be honest.
I'll go with that, yeah.
Yeah. But Ari Aster's like the horror guy.
Okay.
Kind of.
It just felt like those two old and those kind of met
I don't
to
know.
me because they were like aged. Like they were jumping off the cliff. It was like, why are they jumping, bro? It goes, this is their time to go. What do you mean this is their time? They're old as You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you just don't, And then this one, they're trying to age is their time to figure out disease. So
wait a second.
Oh. Yeah, well.
You got to give these people a reason to watch.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't give it too much.
It's been out a while, guys. So
I mean, it's on HBO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like
check it out.
Yeah,
check it out.
We got it. All right.
No spoilers here.
I was like, that was cool that I picked that. That was good. I like that. That was, but it just sucks because you're like, damn, all that to do that.
Yeah, it was, that I did not like.
Yeah.
So check it out. I mean, it's like The Village. I mean, there's a lot of. You'll see the parallels. You know what you're getting.
There's a lot of that, all that in there. Yeah, you're right.
But we're going out on God Hour. It's ASAP Ant, ASAP Rocky. It's just a song I've been just kind of playing. I just like, I don't know. Peace, y'all.
That was solid.
Can't play no music on YouTube.
Where the sheets and funnel hats, man. And that's the show. See you next time.